felt like I was just alone. I felt like I didn't, I know I have people out there, but family and stuff, they care, but it just, in my own mind, I just felt like I was alone.
Just a terrible life.
Bad depression.
I mean, I always had my family around me, but I wasn't there.
Like, I would be so quick to anger.
40 to 50 pain pills a day.
Miserable. And every time I kept going on the drugs thinking I was going to make myself feel happier, I ended up making myself feel lonelier.
When I got to the facility, everybody was kind, they were efficient, very professional. And that I was introduced to all the people in the particular building that I was in. And that I was felt welcome by everybody, just from the very beginning coming in, I was welcome.
There's both structure and there's also that little bit of relaxation built in, so they kind of can feel at home.
So you want to give out that positive energy for them to know, hey, I can go to that person.
We try to create a very supportive environment for the clients.
GED classes, job placement, job fairs.
We go by first names here.
The environment here is very pleasant here.
You can have a life out here. You never have to go back.
I come from a good family. My father is a successful attorney. My family always had money, and I guess I never really knew the value of a dollar, so I just kind of always took everything I had for granted. When I was, 10 and before that, I was always happy all the time. I just had a good upbringing. I was always happy. I started using when I was 14.
As scared as lonely as I felt, miserable, I kept using, thinking that one day I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be better.
If I wasn't taking pills while I was working or getting completely drunk after work, just spending all my money on getting high and getting drunk, that was primarily my main focus, was getting messed up.
Things wouldn't go right with my wife. I would always tell her, like, to stay away from me. I would always push her away as well as everybody else. I would try to push everybody away.
I had relapsed after being sober for 10 years. And that my mom had passed away in October. And I got real depressed in that, and I started drinking again. And it just totally got out of control.
After 2 or 3 knee surgeries, I got caught up in a trap of just not needing pain pills, but wanting them. One morning, about 6 o'clock in the morning, my son happened to walk by my room and heard what he said was some animal-type sounds. He looked in there and I was having a seizure. Thank God he was there. He took a butter knife and held my tongue down and called 911.
Nobody forced me to shoot heroin. Nobody forced me to do cocaine. Nobody forced me to drink. It was all my own doing. And as a result of that, the circumstances that arose out of my using, my life just always disintegrated time after time after time.
Going from rehab to rehab, couldn't find places to stay. I was broke. I couldn't hold a job. It was really, really bad.
Well, I was real scared because this is my first time going through rehab. When I first got here, I was a little angry, I was defensive. But that really changed after the first week or so. Stuff comes to me real quick these days. It's not like when my mind was clouded when I was doing drugs, I couldn't memorize a simple phone number. I feel great. I'm looking for work, I'm training, and I'm trying to get my life straight now.
This place really has worked with me. The counselor, it's not just my counselors willing to help. All the counselors are willing to help everyone, and I just feel like they really care about the clients instead of just seeing a dollar sign above their head like some other places.
When I first got here, I just was skeptic about the whole thing. So I figured, I'm going to go to another place and be the same thing. I'm going to see all these young guys just like me, just trying to be all crazy. It seemed different when I got here. Staff actually seemed like they care.
I kind of had it in my head that oh man, I'm gonna go to this, this rehab. It's gonna be, hi, my name is so and so, and I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, I don't need that. I have control of my life. The only thing that controlled me was getting drunk and getting high, and that was the control. The substance had control over me.
I've been here since September the 27th, and in that time, my life has completely turned around. I have been to a lot of drug rehabs, some of the $30,000 and $40,000 per 30-day stays, some not so elegant, and all points in between. But this is the one place that I have come to where I was forced to focus on myself. The format that they teach you here is you have to take focus and blame off of everybody else. So for once in my life, I did that.
I went into the NBA with the Denver Nuggets. Made a lot of money, had a lot of free time, got hooked on cocaine. My life went downhill from there. Ended up 8 years later stealing money out of my mother's purse to support my habit. Came to Houston in '93 to get clean and sober through John Lucas's program, and I've been in Houston ever since. And my job is that I market our facility, and also I interact with the clients on a recovery basis. I love doing what I do for the company. The environment here and the atmosphere is recovery oriented. It's laid back. It's not high pressure. It's about recovery. You can feel it when you come here, and you can see it. And it's just to see a client come in that has nothing and leave with his life back and his family back together. Just that's what I get back from all this.
I think what sets Directions of Recovery apart is our teamwork on the clinician staff. I think that we always have the client in mind. We are always thinking about their best, what their need is, what the next best thing is for them, and working together to get those needs accomplished.
I'm one of the counselors here, but right now I also specialize in vocational adjustment training, which means I help the individuals get back into the community as far as with money management, time management, daily acceptance of grooming, and kind of like how to interact appropriately in the employment world. We set ourselves apart by not just looking at the financial backing, but we also look at who you are. Even if you have barriers, we don't call them handicaps, we call them slight barriers, and we take your barriers and work with them.
We have a diverse population of clients and specialized staff to help with each type of population, whether it be a mental health client, managed care clients, self-pay clients. We have specialized population for all of their different needs.
We take a hands-on process working with each client individually and structure their program around their needs.
I get to share with the clients about their addiction cycle, give them some educational tools to take with them as they venture on their path. That's the piece I get. I enjoy seeing a client 4 or 5 years from now doing great.
I've had a good full life. I've enjoyed being out here, I'm not just free, I actually have quality and happiness in my life. I lost my daughter in a horrible car accident, January 23rd. If there wasn't such a tremendous family support around here, I could not have endured that. And that was such a rewarding thought that that it's not just a me thing, it's an us thing around here. Recovery works. You can have a life out here. You can go back to school. You can do any darn thing you want to out here once you recognize what the problems and the issues are. Get out of the problem, start living in the solution.
Now I'm trying to set some goals down and actually keep them since I'm sober.
They've been very, very kind.
I'm grateful. It's a wonderful program. My life is completely turned around 180 degrees.
I feel great today.
I'm reading. I'm even asking for assignments.
My relationships with my family in general is improving.
After 6 months of intensive, great care here, I am the person I am now. I can talk, I can function, I can do anything anybody else can.
It's been real helpful for me.